Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bad luck. Some nights I call it a draw. Some nights I wish that my lips could build a castle.
Hey guys, it's Tiffany. I'm in a different place today, obviously recording. The house is full for my stepbrother's birthday, and I decided to leave because it was loud. I came up here to walk. This is the old high school football field. The new one's back over that way. This is actually the same place that I mentioned in the video that was upside down. I actually brought my Nikon this time, so it's a little different. We'll see if I can get it up. I recorded a video yesterday I really wanted to put up, but I had issues getting it to work. I don't know, it was driving me nuts, so I gave up. But I actually made a couple notes today for this video because I wanted it to be a little more, I wanted it to be a little more, you know, what's the word? Organized. It's a little chilly outside. I think it's like 39 degrees, and it was sunny earlier, but the clouds have came out majorly, so it's really dreary now. There's the sun kind of peeking through. But I've got a few things to talk about today, so I'm going to try to go on and start because it's a lot. Okay, so I'm going to start with, I have an appointment tomorrow, you guys know about that, so I don't go to work till noon. My appointment's at 10:30 in the morning. Okay, I'll probably do an update sometime this week about that appointment. If not, I'll wait till the following week, but I've been doing a lot of videos lately, so I guess I've had a lot to say. My diet. Okay, yesterday I was at 40 days on my diet, and I was really excited about that because if you do the amount of days total that I have to do on my diet and do the math on them, I was 1/3 of the way done with my diet. As of today, I have 80 days left of my diet, which is really, really exciting. Is it 80 days? I think it's 80 days left today. Either way, I'm 1/3 of the way done with my diet now. That's a really big chunk, and it flew by. I can't complain. I didn't think it was gonna go by that fast, but it did. It was crazy. It went by very fast. Okay, my job. I've got the list. I'm trying to go through these fast. My job. I currently work 9 to 6 Monday through Friday. There's 3 of us in the room. Our ratios are different. We're a high-rated center, and so we have to have lower ratios to have more of a one-on-one basis with the teachers and students. I've been hoping for earlier hours because it would make it a lot easier for me, but it hasn't really happened yet. Well, recently we knew that our numbers were going to change. We have a lot of kids transitioning, and we were hoping they were going to open up the room next to ours, which is transition B. And if they did that, we were hoping that I would be able to go there so I could still be with the 2 teachers I'm with now because I love them to death. They're both older than me. Angie's 33 and Melinda is 51. And I love them to death. They're hysterical. We have the same viewpoints on like everything, so it's fantastic. So I was hoping that I would get to stay with them. That's kind of why I hadn't applied for any other open positions within the building. But Melinda stopped and talked to Angie, which is our assistant director, one of the other ladies, and she had informed her that the hopes was to get transition B open and put me over there 7 to 4. Really excited about the 7 to 4 hours. I won't have to request off for appointments anymore, and I'm outdoors all the time in the summer. Spring, summer, and fall. Winter, not so much, but we have pretty harsh winters here, cold-wise. But I like to be outdoors a lot, and I don't get off till 6 right now, and like I miss some of my nephew's baseball games and stuff, so if I get off at 4, I'll be able to make all of his sporting events, which will make it a lot better in the summer. There's a slight possibility the hours could be 6 to 3, I'm not sure, but I highly doubt that. I like the idea of 6 to 3, but I don't like the idea of getting up at 5 in the morning. Okay, so obviously it's a journey when you are on this process and trying to change your thoughts on eating. I have found myself lately, I'm making better choices on a lot of things, but I find myself when I'm making a bad choice feeling extremely guilty afterwards. I can't say that I've never felt guilty when I've eaten something before or binged or whatever in the past, because there has been occasions where that's happened. It was not a constant thing. But I guess I never really felt too guilty about it, and now, just knowing what I'm knowing and going through the process that I'm going through and trying to educate myself on nutrition and stuff, I feel extremely guilty if I eat anything bad, which I actually like that I feel guilty about it because I think that it's the best motivator into not doing it because you don't want to feel guilty. It could be anything. Like last night I had 8 fun size pack of peanut M&Ms, which are not, it's not that many calories or anything like that because it is such a small thing. If they had maybe like 8 M&Ms in it, but I just remember sitting there thinking, why am I doing this? Like, I don't think I was hungry. I think I was, it's that time of the month or whatever, so sometimes I go through different spells where I don't want to eat anything for the whole time, and then other months where I just feel ravenous the whole time. It really varies. But I remember feeling very guilty about it and thinking, why are you eating these right now? I felt really guilty afterwards. For each of our birthdays, my mom cooks whatever we want. And today was my stepbrother's birthday, and she cooked pork chops, mashed potatoes, green beans, and baked macaroni and cheese. And I ate, and then the second I ate, I felt guilty instantaneously. I haven't eaten anything else today. I probably won't eat anything else the rest of the day because of how guilty I feel about it. It's probably not the healthiest way to maintain that, but right now in my head, at least I'm not getting more calories for the day. I'm doing better with my choices for drinks, water and everything. That's fantastic. But it just kind of shocks me at how guilty I feel when I do make a bad choice. I think it's a part of the learning process. I think even people who are nutritionists probably make really bad choices at times. Somebody who knows and lives that lifestyle still does that. But I'm really glad that I'm learning to feel guilty about it. So I think it's a mental process. Eventually, I'm gonna not feel guilty. I'm just not gonna make that bad choice. Okay, and the last thing I was going to talk about is enabling. Okay, growing up, I didn't have the 100% best relationship with my mother. I have an older brother and a younger sister, so I was the middle child. And I think if you're a middle child, you probably understand. You kind of feel a little different than the other two. The youngest kind of gets babied, and the oldest gets to do everything first. So you kind of feel like you're stuck in between, and you don't really get any special treatment at all. That was kind of my life. My sister and I are very close. We're actually only 14 months apart in age, but we're really close as well as being friends. And I think it was really frustrating for me because my sister was always very athletic. I was always very artistic and musically inclined. I've played the violin for years, did some piano, and was very artistic, very crafty, those kinds of things. And my brother was extremely intelligent, which I mean always made really great grades in school. And I wouldn't say that I'm not intelligent. But I think people give me more credit in that area than I deserve. But I really had a bad time with my mom because she always wasn't the nicest person to me because of my weight. She always felt like there was a reason behind it, and I was always actually very content with myself. I was always very happy. I had loads of friends, was very involved in school. Other than feeling left out with the middle child thing, I never hated myself for being overweight or anything like that, which was good. There wasn't times, I can't say I always felt 100% comfortable, but, I was still happy with who I was. My mom was not always very happy, and she made that known, and I found myself yesterday thinking, my nephew had a basketball game yesterday, and I found myself thinking how much of an enabler she was. She knows I'm on this process, and she wants to preach to me about eating good foods, but then yesterday when we left, she's like, well, I'm going to grab something at Hardee's. And then we were out of town, so obviously we're going to have to eat out, so I got a biscuit and gravy at Hardee's. I only ate like maybe a third of the biscuit, if that. Maybe not even that. And then I stopped, and I noticed she had another, and I said, why'd you buy 2? She said, just in case you want another. And I said, like, why would I want another? I didn't even finish the first one. And she's like, I don't know, maybe Caden will eat it, my nephew. And then on the way back home, she was like, well, don't you want some fries or something? And I'm like, Mom, I've explained this to you like a million times. I'm trying not to eat out. Like, I'll wait till I get home. And it frustrated me because it makes me think back to being in school and younger when she always wanted to yell and complain about my weight. But then now I've realized how much she was force feeding things, not literally force feeding, but like the food that she chose to cook and stuff. And she really enabled me being unhealthy and eating when I was younger. And obviously now it's my choice and I'm choosing to make it better. But just thinking back, I'm kind of like, she made me feel so bad about who I was, or tried to make me feel bad about who I was. But she essentially made me who I was by, you know, choosing the things that she chose to cook and stuff as I was growing up. Which kind of shed a lot of light on how our relationship is, because it was almost like you tell me that I need to get better and do make better choices, and then you're like, hey, do you want to go get some fast food? And I'm like, Mom, I don't, or she'll ask me numerous times, like, do you want this or do you want that? And I'm like, no, Mom, I'm not doing that, I'm not eating that anymore, that kind of thing. And it's like, frustrating that I feel like I have to repeat myself to her numerous times, but it really made me realize that she was an enabler, and I don't think she probably realizes it, and she'll probably never admit to that, but it's something that I kind of came to the revelation of yesterday. But that's all I was going to talk about. I just wanted to kind of be real for a few, just some thoughts that I've had lately. It's a little deeper than I usually go, which is kind of funny. But I think I'm going to go, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.